at your deep blue eyes. There was something that I just couldn't deny.
Happy New Year, everybody! Welcome to 2023. Please enjoy being here. I haven't filmed in a while and I seem to have forgotten how to talk. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to 2023, my first video of the new year. Over here I talk all things hockey related from across the pond in Scotland, and today, to kick off the new year content, we are talking about the teams that I currently think are the top cup contenders for this season. And yes, it's premature. We're sort of around the halfway mark now, and I think it's time to talk about which teams have excelled where others haven't. Florida Panthers, I'm looking at you. Ottawa Senators, I'm also looking at you. So these are the teams that I think, as things currently stand, because a lot can change between now and the postseason, but as of right now, these are the teams that I think are in top contention. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of good teams this year, but these are the teams that I think particularly stand out, just based on watching them play, how they've been doing so far. So let's do a rundown of that, shall we? The team I'm putting as top contender for the cup right now are the Boston Bruins. I don't think anyone is denying how good the Boston Bruins are right now. They had a lot of injury concerns early on in the season, but they have powered through miraculously and they're doing so well. They dominate the top of the table with an impressive 64 points in 38 games. Their home record is particularly impressive. It's sitting at 19-0-3 currently, meaning that they haven't lost in regulation at home this season. That's just incredible. Loved watching them in the Winter Classic where they got the win against Pittsburgh. Wasn't their prettiest of wins, mind you, but they got the job done. They're definitely on a mission. It's likely Bergeron's last season, and so you can tell they're really trying to get a cup out of this year. They definitely can take the title, I think, but only time will tell. There's only so far you can guess these things, but Boston have been the most consistent team in the NHL currently, and I wouldn't be surprised if they at least got into a good cup run this year, but they might actually take the full title. Next up on my list are the Tampa Bay Lightning. They made the final again last year after winning the cup both years previous to that. So they're definitely a team that knows how to compete in the postseason, and so even though they're slightly a little bit underwhelming for me this year, they're currently sitting 10th in the NHL, which is actually the lowest position out of all the teams I've ranked in this. But John Cooper is an amazing coach who deserves a lot of credit, and they're a team that even when things get tough, they still manage to pull through in the end, and I think that might be how they approach this season. I really think they could still go far because they just know how to contend in that sort of atmosphere. At number 3, I'm putting my team, the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I know I'm going to get hated on for putting the Leafs in a cup contention list because, you know, 1967 was a long time ago. I understand. There's nothing you can say to hurt me anymore, to chirp me about the Leafs, because I've heard it all. It's just funny to me now. However, they really are one of the best teams in the NHL currently, and I say that as they lost to Seattle 5-1 last night, which was brutal. However, they are a really, really good team, and they remain solidly in the top 5 of the NHL currently. And in the Atlantic, they only trail behind Boston, which we've just discussed how impressive Boston are, so that's not a bad record to have. Their main sticking point last year was probably their goaltending, but their goaltending has improved significantly this year, and I'm really impressed with Samsonov's efforts as well. I think, considering the contract he's on, he is a really good goaltender. Also, like, I'm an Austin Matthews lover for life, but William Nylander, I've always liked him, but this season I've really fallen in love with William Nylander. He is one of my favourite players now ever, and I think the likes of him, Tavares, are really leading the way in a way that, you know, they could go so much further if they just take out this horrible mindset block that they have. I swear half of it is psychological, and if they were just to get past the first round, I think they could actually go pretty far. I don't believe in curses or anything like that. I truly think the Leafs have got like a psychological block that stops them getting past the first round. I truly believe that's a huge part of it. But they have better goaltending this year, they have a lot of star players, they have a really deep roster, they're a good team, and you can see that when you watch them play. But they need to take that into the postseason. So if for once they can continue being as successful as they are in the regular season and take that into the postseason, into playoffs, they definitely could be cup contenders. hence why they're in this list. And also, I think that you have to back your favourite team. I don't mean bias is okay, but I think you have to back your favourite team, otherwise why are you supporting them? So obviously I was going to put them in this list. Next up are the Vegas Golden Knights. So they missed out on playoffs last year, but I do believe this year they'll be back in the running for the playoffs. They're third in the NHL right now, and Vegas just, there's something about them that I think they sneak up on you quite a lot. They're a very good team. Their very short franchise history has been a largely successful one. And I will say, Logan Thompson, one of the biggest underdogs out of all NHL players is him, 100%. His story is amazing and truly impressive just to see what he's been able to accomplish in the team. Really good team overall. I enjoy watching Vegas play. I actually really like Vegas, so I would like them to do well personally. And I think they could be real cup contenders this year. They're one of those teams that sneak up on you. Everybody's so busy paying attention to the likes of Boston and Tampa that I think sometimes people forget how good Vegas actually are. And I think they could be a possible winner of the Stanley Cup this season. The last team I've put on my list are the Carolina Hurricanes. So they last won a cup in 2006, and Carolina do seem to be a team to keep an eye on this year. They just got off a historic 11-game run streak, which amazing, but the New York Rangers ended that just a few nights ago. But they're still second in the NHL right now, and they just can't be ignored because they're so good. I had to include them in this list. Not a team I talk about very often, and also not one of the teams that I know the ins and outs of as in-depthly as other, in-depthly? Is that a word? At such an in-depth level as I do other teams, but they are incredibly good. They have good players. They're really holding their own this year, and I think they deserve to be the last team that I put in this list personally. So those are my current cup contenders for the Stanley Cup in 2023. Comment down below, which team do you think will take the title this year and why? As I said, I'm very glad to be back making lots of hockey content because I really missed it. I love YouTube. I don't think I realised how much I love doing this until I was too busy to do it for a couple of weeks, and I was like, damn, I missed that. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll be back with more hockey chats from across the pond soon. Bye, guys.
So I can show you what I'm gonna do alone.